Rhetoric begins, I would like to refresh your memory on direct quotes said by Charlie Kirk that I've been tracking, along with other people. Specifically, when he spoke on gun violence and the Second Amendment. Having an armed citizenry comes with a price, and that is part of liberty. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal. It is rational. In fact, I think we should reinstate public executions for certain people. On the Civil Rights Act, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the Black community. MLK was awful, not a good person. He said one thing he actually didn't believe. We made a huge mistake when we passed the Civil Rights Act in the 1960s. Speaking specifically on Dr. King's legacy, a myth has been created and it has grown totally out of control. I have found the sacred cow of modern America, and speaking not only on Dr. King, but also the Black community. Speaking on women's rights, violence against women, sexual assault, rape, and consent. It is so materially insane to think that 1 in 5 American women will be raped in their life, meaning that they're lying about being raped, that they're lying about being sexually assaulted, like a fraternity guy and a sorority girl, hooking up. There's a lot of gray, murky area there. Charlie, I don't wish any ill will on you ever. I'm not happy of what happened to you today. This is only but the tip of the iceberg of some of the things that you've said. The fact that you're proud of that, I really hope this brush with mortality does for you what it did for me. In April of 2020, I almost lost my life in the line of duty as a police officer. And we can talk all we want about we can be ready to meet our maker, that whenever it's my time, I'm ready to go. But the moment you realize how fragile your life is and you really are the one being rolled into a trauma room and you're not sure you're going to make it, or even if you do come out of it, you're not really sure if you're going to recover fully, if ever your life will ever be the same. And when your life flashes before your eyes, I wish this for you. I hope that this instance radically changes your life for the better the way it did mine. I completely changed everything. I left law enforcement and realized I could do more good outside of that uniform than ever. I realized how incestuous their relationship is with racism, sexism, and violence against minority groups, and creating laws that not only ostracize, marginalize, but cause the most incredible harm against people who don't deserve it. And all it does is fuel a system that was built on genocide, built on destroying the lives of people that don't have the same skin color as you and me. Because listen here, bub, you and I can't control that our skin color is what it is. We can't control the privilege that we were born into. But wouldn't it be incredible if you used it for good instead of saying stuff like this? I've been keeping track, slowly, day after day, because just remember, the Nuremberg trials were unsuccessful because people didn't write stuff down, didn't write names. Not only is yours on the list, but when there is a reckoning in this country, when somehow good wins over evil and evil is in court and evil is displayed for all to see and evil has lost, what side of history do you want to be on? Do you really want to spend the rest of your life locked up in solitary, or even worse, in maximum, with a whole group of people who will remember this, who also have access to social media, who watch everything that you say, and they're keeping notes? Do you really think that saying the things you're saying is going to actually do any good? You can have really firm stances based on your upbringing, your culture, your background, everything that has made you who you are today. You didn't even start out liking Trump, and it's giving you soldier soul. I can't control what you do and don't do, but I know one thing. History always repeats itself, it just changes font. And our ancestors will always remember what we said, what we did, what we didn't say, and what we didn't do. I can't believe, deep, deep down, that you would be satisfied with leaving a legacy behind that was okay with violence against children, against the elderly, against communities, including the Black community that literally built this nation regardless if they wanted to or not. No one came over to America and put people like you and me on a ship and forced us into servitude under the most horrible situations. Was there a 0.01% who were kind? Sure. But there are abolitionists, activists, and politicians that are even on our money who said absolutely not. Just because slavery is legal, just because certain things are legal, doesn't make it right. You've positioned yourself to have a microphone. Congrats. Anybody can do that with a phone. Anybody can do it even without a phone. You've mocked everyone who's paved the path for you to have what you have today. It's disgusting. You can't even have an adult conversation without screaming at people, without interrupting them. You have no ability to effectively communicate with anyone around you unless they agree with you. That screams how immature you are. Not even immature. It screams that you are fearful that someone else might actually teach you something. A leader doesn't have to say that they're a leader. A leader doesn't have to demand that the room listen to them. A leader doesn't have to do anything other than walk into a room and they have a presence. They have a presence that helps calm, that brings clarity, that moves people forward into blessings, into magnanimous positivity. I truly can't believe deep down a gentleman that started out not being on the side of Trump. It's okay if you come out and say you were wrong. But if you double down, if you stand 10 toes down on this, what's the point?
And so here we are at the end of this conversation, a conversation that, let's be honest, shouldn't even be controversial. But because we live in a world built on power, privilege, and fear of truth, even saying the facts out loud gets people worked up. Charlie Kirk may be gone, but the legacy he left behind still lingers in the air like smoke after a fire. He didn't just hold dangerous beliefs, he amplified them. He didn't just question the state of the world, he weaponized his platform to shape it in a way that hurt the most vulnerable among us. He made a career out of targeting marginalized people, especially Black folks. He once said that America doesn't have a problem with racism, it has a problem with Black culture. Those were his words. He dismissed our historical struggles and our current realities with smugness and sarcasm. To him, racism was just a narrative used to divide America. Never mind that racism is what built this country. He regularly attacked Black women with coded language, painting them as loud, broken, and responsible for societal decay. He blamed single Black mothers for the downfall of American values while saying nothing about the systems that tore our families apart in the first place. And he conveniently ignored how white supremacy benefited his rise